What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brennan and I'm BMan X45, and today we're coming at you with another video. We have our Digimon TCG market analysis for the weekend, the Friday, the weekend, whatever you want to say. But we have it here. We're going to go through some cards, tell you what we think about the prices, tell you if we think it's time to buy or sell. Again, as a collector, I generally don't care about prices if I really want the cards, but I do try to, go out of my way to get the best deal possible. And if you're kind of not like me and you just, play one deck at a time, sell something, pick something else up, then hey, could be some good information for you. And hey, if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to smash that like button, comment down below. We love to hear your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss a single minute of the fun. All right, let's get into it. We're starting with the event pack 6 cards. We did this last week, but we'll take another look at it. It does look like they've come down a little bit. Belfamon, I think it was a little bit above 30, but now he's down below. He's still the most expensive one. I haven't pulled a single one of him. Or Imperialmon. There's the only two I haven't. But I pulled like 3 of this guy, so it's kind of mid. I pulled another Magnon the other day, so I mean, that's kind of high end. It's over the $10 mark, whereas all these are under. I think a lot of this stuff. I think you wait on all this stuff. I think it'll come down. I think once we get the Evo Cup Belfamon 2, it'll push this down a little bit. So maybe you get it for 25, maybe if you're lucky 20. And I think a lot of these, you just give it a little bit more time, a few more events, and most of these we'll be seeing under the $10 mark. So, no, I think waiting right now is probably the best. And then if you can sign up for more tournaments, the more stuff you get, the more chances you get what you're looking for. We have Venusmon from the Nationals pack here. Looking at this, he's been had a little bit of a bump recently. I think a lot of these cards have had a little bit of a bump. It's a little bit up there, $20, but still a pretty good deal in comparison when you compare them to the other one, which is, the Ultimate Cup one. And it's sitting up there at 57, 60. It's gone down a little bit, had a little bit of a bump back up to 80 and then kind of went back down to 60, and it's kind of slowly coming down. Like I said, as we get more copies of this, you'll see it go. Right now you got a couple sales for under 60, so I mean, I think if more people start posting theirs, it'll go down even further. And then we have Lugon from the Champion Pack. He's kind of always been sitting at that $40 range for the longest time. He was a little bit higher when it first, but you see a little bit of a spike here to get him over the $40 mark. And if people are super stoked for the Lugon support in BT16, I could see this going back up to around 50. How many listings is there? There's still quite a bit of listings, but I mean, you sell like a play set and you're getting up towards 45, so might be a good time to sell them, or wait a little bit and see what happens. Then we have Commandramon that has seen a kind of a rise from that under $30 mark, now up. Last sold 35, trending up to almost $40 to match Leviamon. So this is probably a good time to sell this card. One listing and then it's over $40. A couple listings and it's over 50. So probably a good time to sell. Venusmon, this card's seen a bit of, it's not as popular card from the Champion Pack, but still a really great card for All Force. And it's seen a little bit of a climb here, getting itself, up here. I think you could sell or buy. I think this is not going to do too much. I think if anything, it'll go back down. So I mean, I would sell right now if you have this and you don't need it. Looking at the Magnomons again, lots of Magnons are expensive. We already talked about this, but the Magnomon Super especially is getting up there. It's had a real kind of curve up there. It could potentially get over $20. There's a bunch of listings. You got a few listings, and then you're potentially getting over $20 pretty soon. So I mean, I could see this going up with the Arbor Rush hype. Leviamon, I've kind of talked about this before, as I thought the card would eventually kind of go down. The super is pretty expensive, but still it's kind of trended down from where it's been. If we look here, it's kind of, yeah, it was up at that $15 range. So right now would be time to get your Leviamons. I'd say even the alts, because I kind of said that this was always sitting at like 25 and this was always sitting close to 30, and now I said, you know, eventually this will kind of dip down, maybe get below 20. We're at 20, and that's kind of where it's at now, whereas this is at 23. It's dipped below 2. You might wait a little bit longer and see if you can get it for under 20, but I mean, I think right now is probably a good time to pick up this one. Shine Greymond, he's trending upwards. He's always a really great card for the deck. He's the boss monster, and you know, we have some sales up here around 26. Now it's selling for 17 still, but it's definitely trending up there above the 20s. And I mean, one thing too is the super is also trending. You know, like it's also trending up. You know, $8 super potentially. You know, gets over $10 if people start buying these copies up. Then we have Venusmon, the Queen Bee. This card is nuts. It just continues to rise. I think we looked at this one last week and it was like 55 to 60. Now we're looking at 90 for Venusmon. We need that Hero 1 set for this card to go down. So yeah, it's expensive. So sell your Venusmons now. We got Ukon here. Ukon still kind of holding the same value. I think it might go down once we get some of the reprints. We got the winter pack card, which I know there's not a lot of, but then we have the box coming in July. So I think where you get the alti art Ukon. So I think we'll have lots of Ukomons. So I think this will kind of go down, the Tamer Party one. But right now it's still like $20. So I mean, it might be time to sell and pick up some other ones. Mirage is doing really good. It's kind of always topping tournaments, so I just wanted to look at that. It's, you know, expensive for burst mode. I think the BT11 Mirage Gaugamon's like trending over $20 too. But yeah, this one's kind of been going up there. Let's see more sales. We got here, yeah, listings are sporadic. Like you're paying over $30 because there's no cheap listings anymore. So this card is doing good. And I mean, like I said, yeah, you can see the Mirage Gaugamon here. It's trending up to over the $20 mark. So probably a great time to sell if you're a Mirage player and looking to get into new things. We're looking at versus Royal Knights because like the Royal Knight stuff is still pretty expensive. It's, you know, if you have a Royal Knight deck, you can make some serious cash. I think, you know, most of the guys are above $15 to $20. King Tracel's 14. That's hilarious. But then you like get into, and then a few of them are like around the $10 mark. But still, a lot of the alts are super expensive, especially when you get into Alphamon, Omnimon, Magnon, and Gallantmon. They're super expensive. Well, Flamemon, he's kind of come down a little bit, $25, $25 to $28 mark. So I mean, I think he's gonna come down. He's gonna be 20. I think he'll be 20 within a couple months. So I mean, I would still wait, and if you can't get these from the Ultimate Cup, I would definitely wait on that. And then Burning's even starting to come down here. You got sales for 150. So you got it starting to come down, not as fast as I would like, but it's definitely coming down. And like I said, as we get more copies, top 64, we're going to see it come down even more. As people try and get this thing sold, you know, they're going to be saying, hey, I'll just sell it for 120 or I'll sell it for 100 and make a buck on it and undercut everyone. And that's when you're going to see the sales kind of drop. So I would wait, especially if you're like me and really hoping you can get it. I mean, the listings are all super high, but like I said, more people are going to post them and yeah, it'll go down. It'll go down. Shine Greymond Rune Mode is expensive too. Look, you got $80 for one and kind of $90 for the alt. This is an expensive card. It's an amazing card, and I think it's going to stay up there. It's, you know, it's got a lot of listings, but it's kind of been holding kind of its value at that, you know, $85 to $90 mark. So, yeah. Looking at yellow vaccine, looking at you. TKs are going up. I mean, the deck's topped a couple times. You can see right here, it's coming up there. Was down, a little bit further, but I think it could go over $20 if yellow vaccines continues to still do good. I mean, it's pretty much there anyways with the listings, so it might be a good time to sell this as well. EG looks like it's down right now. Like it's definitely down. It's still selling around the $25 mark, but this is something you got to watch out for, because with the new support, if lots of people go, I'm going to play Leviamon, I could see this going back up to $40 easy. So I think you got to watch out, and this might be a good time to pick up EGs. Yeah, but it is trending down, so you could wait a little while to see if it'll trend down closer to 20. That is an option too. We have Satsuki. We do Satsuki a lot. It's actually started to come down here from its like $40 highs and stuff like that. But it started to come down here, and now we're kind of close to it being under 30, which honestly, I don't know, has it ever been under 30? I don't think it's ever been under 30. So I mean, I think it might drop under 30, so you might want to wait. Or sell now before it drops under 30. That might be the thing you want to do. Louie is another Tamer Party one. It's kind of been trending up. It's been used in a couple decks. You can see here the jump from like 7 to 15, like almost doubling its price. So definitely, I would say there's not a lot of listings either. If you have a Louie, this is the time to sell before you get the reprints. And before you get the new stuff in BT15. Another tamer that's really good that's always been expensive is Reena Shinomiya. I mean, it was over $100 at one point, or up near 80. It's still expensive, still $50 for the the alt. I think the other one's 40 for the regular. Yeah, the regular is 40. Alt's 50, and there's a lot of listings, so it'll stay around 50. So it just depends how much you want to play All Force, because I don't see this card going down. It's a secret. It stays pretty, and it's actually trended up a little bit from like being down around like 48, closer to 45, but it's just kind of holding at that $50 mark. So Reena's, if you want them, get them. If you don't want them, don't get them. Patamon as our last card we're looking at. Patamon's such a great card. This is kind of where I bought them when it first came out. It was the $30 to $36 range. Again, yellow vaccine's doing really good, and it's a good card. And I think that definitely is probably the time to sell. You can see here one sold for 26, but it was lightly played, so whatever. But you can see that they're selling for super high. They're selling for close to 40. I think this card, if yellow vaccine continues to do good to the end of this format and into BC16, I easily say that this card will be a over $40 card. But we'll see. And so maybe it's time to pick up your copies at 36, or maybe time, like I said, we got one listing, and then we're kind of getting to the 40 range. So easy. I think you wait a little bit, and you'll be selling this for over 40. But yeah, there we go, guys. That is the market analysis. That's all we have today. Tell us what you guys think. Did you guys enjoy it? Did you find it informative? And did it help you with some of the card prices that you were looking at? If there's cards you want me to look at, please let me know in the comments, and we'll bring them up. I can only do so much, so I tried to pick out some ones that I think are going to be good right now. And we'll continue to keep doing these market analyses every Friday or Saturday. Hope you guys enjoy. Looks like that's all the time we have for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we hope to see you in the next video. And as always, have a wonderful day. And that's all for now, folks.